Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our mail opening for the vintage series. My personal collection, building up my personal collection. This will be the first video of the series of the year. So, I said in my previous video that I would probably wait until the end of the year, but I found some pretty good deals that I could not pass up. Once again, these are coming from Springer Collectibles on Whatnot, and I'll leave a link to all his stuff in the description below if you're interested in possibly getting a few figures for yourself. This box is from him. This is from a random seller on eBay. This figure was I can't even speak. Was somewhat cheap. I'm trying not to reveal my address or location, but here we have none other than Copperhead, who was pretty cheap, and the only reason, as you guys can probably see, let's do a zoom in, he is missing his thumb here, which is typical with these vintage Joes. Their thumbs would result breaking off, which is a shame. He also has a little break on the elbow here. No big deal for me though. He also has different sort of, I guess, skin tones. I'm not sure how well that's picking up on camera. Maybe there you can see it a little more. Also not a big deal, but it is noticeable. So that may bother some people. He also has a lot of, I guess, paint rubbing on here and in the belly here. So I think I may be willing to find another one and maybe replace bits and pieces because his head is pretty well, not much paint rub going on in his head sculpt. But yeah, I found the opportunity to get this guy, and it's gonna be a great vintage I guess vintage toy to compare whenever we get the classified version. So there's that. Let me get my stands so that we can start standing them up. Alright, got my stands here, and I'm actually running low, so I may need to ask Springer Collectibles, or not ask him, but buy a few more of these clear ones for me to use. But there we go, we have Copperhead. And I've been trying to get a hold of a water moccasin. I know I've found some pretty cheap, as well as a Wolverine for a cover girl, but that will be on another day when I have more funds available. But there we have Dusty Beck. And now let's get into the actual beefy part of this video. Do some tape cutting behind the scenes. I don't want to cut myself trying to do it on camera. Strong tape we got here. There we go. It is finally open. So let's take a peek. Some packaging paper, more packaging paper. We have 4 figures to take a look at here today, guys. We'll put them to the side, and that will be it. No extra goodies because I think Springer Collectibles is going through some changes. I think store changes, I'm not too sure, but we have 3 stands. We have 1 file card to take a look at here. We'll save that for last. I think it's an interesting character, the whole design and concept of the character. But starting off, we'll go with ladies first. And here we have none other than Lady J here. Very good condition for the most part. The hands do have some wear. As you can see, there's some paint rub, but that is no big deal for me. Also, the little logo on her arm is kind of fading away. But like I said, it's no big deal for me as long as I can have the characters in their vintage form. I'm all happy with that. So there we have Lady J, looking very nice, looking very sweet. Here's a closer look. And now the back. So yeah, very nice to have her here in the collection. Gonna fit in real nice with her female comrades, buddies, not comrades. Comrades are Russians. They're female troopers. Next up, we have. Let's see if I can get this open. I can't. Here we go. We have Leatherneck. Now, I don't know if he was announced for Classified. I'm not too sure. But this guy looks amazing. And a fun little detail, the original G.I. Joe character designer, eventually started to add the people who were working on the Hasbro team on the G.I. Joe side. The G.I. Joe team eventually got their own sort of characters, and this was Ron Rudat, or gave the impression of looking like Ron Rudat. I know the art is supposed to be, the file card art for him is supposed to look more like the creator. I mean, obviously this is a toy and you can only get so much detail with the faces. But yeah, that's a fun little detail there. As you can see, that nice green camo all around. Very nice figure to have. Very good deal on this guy for the most part. No accessories or anything, but that's fine. With the amount of goodies Springer Collectibles has provided in previous packages, I have plenty of guns and stuff to give to these guys. So we'll add him there to our row of Joes. Next up, we have also an incomplete figure. And not the greatest condition, but like I said, or keep saying, as long as I have them, I am completely fine. But yeah, this guy is cool, just looking at him. This is the beauty of G.I. Joe. As a kid, you would just walk in, and then you looked at different characters, and you just choose whatever you liked the best. This guy definitely looks cool, and probably a lot of kids were after him. Barbecue here, that bright orange. Like I said, not the best condition, very floppy leg, but that's fine with me. We can use the display stand here to lock that foot in position, and there we go. Yeah, very nice. The faceplate is kind of rubbed, but yeah, very nice to have him here, part of the vintage crew. So that is Barbecue, and they all kind of fit here into frame very nicely. So yeah, we have him, and finally we have one character I said is very interesting. This is a Cobra member, and I'm just trying to get the file card out of its baggie here. And this one's actually been taped up. Someone tried to keep this intact, and I'll show the front. You can see there's pieces of tape. I don't know how old this tape is, but it looks extremely old. It's just faded. But yeah, if you can get the character by this front part, go ahead. But here it is. Codename Raptor, Cobra, Falconer. File name unknown. And you can go ahead and pause and read it. I don't have a voice right now to read all this stuff, but there it is. He is a Cobra member, and you can already see what I mean by interesting design. But in figure form, it's even more interesting. Just look at this guy. Some nice feather details. We'll probably zoom in even more. Get some light in here. Very nice. Look at that falcon head. Very nice paint. For a vintage figure this old, this is very nice. Belt buckle, and because he has a belt buckle there, silver. He has a gun here on the side, pink silver as well. His boots with some feathers in there. Some nice sculpt all around. You know, even got some abs in the back. Again, covered with feathers and whatnot. So, very nice addition to my overall vintage collection. My ever-growing vintage collection. We'll stand him up there with the file card over here. So that's it for this episode. Again, very short and quick, to the point. Very nice to have these new characters added to the collection. They're very iconic characters, and I can't wait to see some of them in classified, like Leatherneck, Copperhead, Cover Girl is on the way, and maybe eventually we'll get a Raptor. Hopefully, I would like to see that in classified now. But that's gonna end my video today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and well, I guess this is a return to the series early here in the year. So I don't know when the next episode will be, but anyways, thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. And to quickly show you guys the progress we've made in collecting throughout the series, here's the Joe side with a couple of them in the back over there. So there they all are, some Dusties and other characters. We go up to the top, more Joes for days. Very lovely. I like how everything is looking at the moment. All the Cobra troopers, troop builders up there, very nicely. The Dreadnoks, Serpentor here with his air chariot, and a few more others in the back over there. So yeah, that's the progress we've made with this collection.